Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bharnatu Lakshman Singh, lecturer in physics, working at Government Polytechnic, Medchal. My subject is basic physics. Subject code is 103 F, common for all branches. And today I am going to discuss about the mechanics topics. Subtopics are equation of motion of a body along the straight line. That is, along the straight line, either be a horizontal straight line or vertical straight line. The straight line motion of the body are called rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion means the body is moving along the horizontal straight line, means that body is making an angle of theta is equal to 0 degrees. If the body is moving along the vertical direction means that body is making an angle of theta is equal to 90 degrees with respect to the ground surface or horizontal surface like earth surface, is called vertical motion. Horizontal motion means the body is moving along the only horizontal direction, like theta is equal to, means the angle of projection is equal to 0 degrees with respect to the horizontal surface. Now, on completion of this period, you would be able to know linear motion. Already I told you that. What is linear motion? That linear motion means straight line motion. That straight line motion either be horizontal or vertical. And physical quantities of linear motion. So physical quantities of linear motion means how does the physical quantities are changes along the horizontal or vertical direction. And also we have to able to know the equation of motion of a body along the horizontal straight line and along the vertical straight line. So linear motion is the motion of a body along a straight line. Example are an athlete running along the straight track. A moving train is moving along the rails, between the two rails. And a speeding of car means the car is, or vehicle, car nothing but vehicle are moving along the horizontal straight road, like road, is called linear motion. So here speeding of car means it is not complete example for a linear motion, because of in this linear motion we have to only one direction motion. The direction motion is horizontal direction motion or vertical direction motion. But in the case of a car moving along the horizontal or along the road, it can be moved along the curvature path. A curvature path means that body of motion or angle of motion should be changes. Now, in mechanics is the mathematical and physical study of behavior of body under the influences of a force and influences of a mass and influences of a reference. Here references are force and mass of the body, or the reference to reason of a body to move or changes in state of the body. And mechanics is divided into two parts. One is dynamic and another is statics. Dynamics means the body which it is. Dynamics means it is the branch of a mechanics and to study the relative motion of a body. And mechanics, and statics. Mechanic you are divided into two parts now. One is dynamic and another is static. Dynamic is the study of motion of a body, but here statics is the study of a motion of a, it is not a study of motion of a body. It is the study of a property of a body when it is at a rest position. When it is at a rest position is called statics. And dynamic is the branch of a mechanics, and dynamic is divided into two parts. One is kinematics, another is kinetic. Here kinematics it is also branch of a dynamic and branch of a mechanics and branch of a science. And kinematics it is the study of motion of a body without reference to reason. Is called kinematics. Here references to move the body or causes to move the bodies are force force and mass. Force and mass. So here kinematics, it is a branch of a science, branch of a dynamic, branch of a mechanics. To study the motion of a body without a reference to reason is called kinematics. And kinetic, it is also branch of a dynamic, branch of a mechanic, and a branch of a science. And to study the motion of a body with reference to reason, references are force. Here force is a physical quantity, can try to changes or changes in state of a particle. State of a particle is the force. So if the body is at a rest position without application of a force, the body remains at a rest position. If we have to apply some force, then automatically that body of properties like what position or state will be changes. So here force is the reason to move or changes in position of a body is called reference. So force is the reference of a body to cause to move or changes to state or position of a particle. And static deals the study of behavior of a body in a equilibrium. Equilibrium means rest, same position with respect to the forces. If we have not applied the force, the body remains at a same position like a equilibrium position. This kind of property or study of the property of the body is called statics. So here mechanic is divided into two parts. One is dynamic. Mechanic is divided into two parts. One is dynamic, another is static. And dynamic is divided into two parts. One is kinematics and kinetic. Kinematic is the branch of a dynamics, and to study the relative motion of a body without reference to reason. And kinetic is the branch of a dynamic. It is the study the relative motion of a body with the reference to reason is called kinetic. And already we know that distance and displacement. Distance, already you know that it is a physical quantity. This physical quantity is a fundamental quantity. Distance is a fundamental physical quantity, like as a length. Length is a fundamental physical quantity, and the physical quantity which are measured in terms of a meter, those all physical quantities of fundamental quantity is a length. That's why distance is a one fundamental physical quantity. This distance is defined as the change in position of a body, means final position minus initial position. The change in position of a body with a reference to direction, and either be it is a actual path or a not. Either be actual path or a not. That's why distance is a scalar quantity. So it cannot be having particular direction, but it is having some magnitude. That's why distance is a scalar quantity. And displacement. Displacement is a physical quantity. It is a physical quantity is same as a distance, and it's of fundamental physical quantity is also a length. So displacement is a one fundamental physical quantity. Fundamental physical quantity. Okay. And next we are going to discuss about the displacement. Displacement means it is a change in position of a body with the reference to direction and path, either actual or not. So here it is a distance, and displacement is change in position of a body, and it exactly having a one particular direction. That's why it is a one vector quantity. Distance and displacement, a person move from point A to B, and then he will move B to C. In total figure, the distance traveled by the person is equal to A to B is equal to 5 meter, and B to C is equal to 12 meter. 5 meter plus 12 meter is equal to 17 meter. It is the actual path. It is a actual path. It is a distance, and A to B is a one direction and B to C is another direction, but it cannot be having a one particular direction. That's why distance is a scalar quantity, and the total path covered by the person is called a distance. And a displacement is a one physical quantity. This physical quantity is also defined as change in position of a body, but it is the shortest path covered by the body during its motion is called displacement. So here a person is moving from A to B and B to C is a actual path, but the displacement covered by the body is equal to A to C. It is a shortest path. The shortest path covered by the person during its motion is called displacement. Here AC is equal to what? According to the Pythagorean theorem, AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. So AC square is equal to AC is equal to square root of AB square plus BC square, that is equal to 25 plus 144 is equal to 169. 169 of square root is equal to 13 meter. It is a shortest path covered by the person is called a displacement. And the rate of change in distance is called a speed. Speed is also one physical quantity. So speed is simply defined as distance by time. So the rate of change in distance is called a speed. The rate of change in distance is called a speed. Here distance is a scalar quantity. That's why speed is also a scalar quantity. And velocity, already I told you, distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. Because of displacement has a one particular direction, distance does not exist any particular direction. That's why rate of change in distance is called a speed. Distance is a scalar quantity. That's why speed is a one scalar quantity. But here velocity is also simply defined as the rate of change in displacement of a body. So here displacement divided by time. So here displacement is a vector quantity. The rate of change in displacement is called a velocity. That's why velocity is also a one vector quantity. Because of displacement exists one particular direction. That's why velocity is also a one vector quantity. And along the horizontal straight line motion, acceleration, already velocity, we already defined velocity, speed, distance, displacement, and acceleration is also one physical quantity. This physical quantity is defined as the rate of change in velocity. In the case of a horizontal motion, the body produces uniform acceleration. Why I am saying here uniform acceleration means, why I am saying that uniform acceleration means, in the case of horizontal straight line motion, the acceleration or gravitation value is remains constant at any position during its motion. That's why that body produces uniform acceleration. And the rate of change in velocity is called displacement. So acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time, and acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity. Final velocity minus initial velocity. Hey, kunche. Final velocity minus initial velocity. And A is equal to V minus U divided by T. So it is a vector quantity. Because the velocity is a vector quantity, no. And speed is a scalar quantity. So the rate of change in velocity divided by time is called a acceleration. That's why acceleration is also a one vector quantity. And just consider, a body is moving. In this instant, why does the body is comes into the motion? Actually, we know that by application of a force, the body is comes to motion. But in this instant, this force is not considered. So here in kinematics, the force is not considered because of the body is in a motion, but we doesn't consider reference to reason. And equation of motion. So just consider a body is moving along the horizontal straight line with initial velocity u, and by producing a uniform acceleration a, after time period t, the body covers a displacement of t, and that body of final velocity is v. Here initial velocity is equal to u, final velocity is equal to v, time of motion is equal to t, and acceleration is equal to a. Already know that change in velocity is equal to v minus u, and rate of change in velocity is equal to v minus u divided by t is equal to a. A is a acceleration. Therefore v minus u. So just he did here cross multiplication. By doing cross multiply, a into t is equal to v minus u. Then just send the u outside, out of the equal, then automatically v minus u is equal to at, then v is equal to u plus at. It is the first equation of motion of a body along the horizontal straight line. And equation of motion of a body along the horizontal straight line, that is the second equation of motion. We can derive now second equation. We already know that body is moving with initial velocity u by producing uniform acceleration a, and after covering the displacement s, and time of motion t, that body of final velocity is v. Already we know that v is equal to what? First equation of motion, that is v is equal to u plus at. And average velocity means final velocity plus initial velocity divided by 2, that is the average velocity. Okay, right. And the distance traveled s, the distance traveled by the body is equal to s. S is equal to average velocity into time. That average velocity is equal to v plus u all divided by 2 into t. Then what happens here? Vt plus ut divided by 2, that is equal to v is equal to u plus at. Substitute here. V is equal to u plus at, substitute here, then s is equal to u plus at plus u plus u is 2u all divided by 2, then here 2 and half get cancelled, remaining 1 by 2 at square is remains there. Then the second equation of motion, s is equal to u2 plus ut plus 1 by 2 a t square. It is the second equation of a body when it is moving along the horizontal straight line. Horizontal straight line. Next equation of motion of a body along the horizontal straight line, that is third equation of motion. S is equal to v plus u, that is s means average, that is average velocity into time. The distance traveled by the body is equal to average velocity into time. That average velocity is equal to v plus u into t divided by 2. That is s is equal to v plus u by 2 average velocity into time, that is v plus u divided by a, that is already we know that. And from this equation we get here v square minus u square is equal to 2a, and v square minus u square is equal to 2a into s by doing the cross multiplication. That is the third equation of motion of a body along the horizontal straight line. And fourth equation is, we can consider a body is moving along the horizontal straight line and the body covers the distance s, and if the body is covers a distance in a 1 second is equal to s1, in a 2 second is equal to s2, in a third second is equal to s3. In this way the body covers a distance of sn at a nth second. That's why here sn is equal to u plus a into n minus half. This is the fourth equation of motion of a body. In this equation u is the initial velocity and a is the acceleration. Here constant acceleration means uniform acceleration. It is completely remains constant at any position during its horizontal motion. N is the total time motion, like time of the motion, that is the first second or second second or third second or fourth second. So n is the number of second or time of motion. These are the four equation of motion. The first equation of motion is v is equal to u plus at. Second equation of motion is s is equal to u2 plus ut plus half at square. And the third equation of motion is v square minus u square is equal to as. And the fourth equation of motion is sn is equal to u plus a into n minus half. These are the equation of motion of a body along the horizontal straight line. So up to this topic we have to learn what we learn here equation of motion of a body along the horizontal straight line, that is the first equation, second equation and third equation. And already we discussed about the linear motion. What is linear motion? That is a straight line motion. That straight line either be a horizontal straight line or vertical straight line. If the body is moving along the horizontal straight line means the body angle of projection is equal to 0 degrees with respect to the horizontal, and vertical motion means the angle of projection is equal to 90 degrees with respect to the horizontal direction. And the body covers a displacement s, uniform velocity initial velocity u, final velocity v, time t, producing acceleration a by from this all physical quantities. Like what are the quantities here? Initial velocity, final velocity, time period, uniform acceleration, nth second, and displacement s. From these 6 physical quantities we get 4 equation. We got 4 equation. One is first equation of motion of a body along the horizontal straight line, that is one equation is v is equal to u plus at. Second equation is s is equal to ut plus half at square. And the third equation is what? V square minus u square is equal to 2as. and fourth equation of motion is equal to Sn is equal to u plus a into n minus half. These are the equation of motion of a body, and we learn here linear motion and physical quantities which are participating in this equation, like initial velocity, final velocity, displacement, distance, acceleration, and time period. So, and already we discussed about the linear equation of motions. From this small topic, we have to keep one quiz competition. One, the kinematics is the study of dealing with motion of a body. Kinematics means with a what is the kinematics? Already we know that the kinematics is a branch of a dynamics, branch of a mechanics. It can be study the relative motion of a body without a reference to reason. Kinematic is the study dealing with the motion of a body without a reference. Here references are force and mass. So from quiz question 1, kinematic is the study of dealing with the motion of a body. Answer is what? Without a reference to force, like B is a correct answer. Next, second question, speed is a what? What is the speed? Already we know that speed is the rate of change in distance. The rate of change in distance. The rate of change in distance. Distance is a scalar quantity because of it does not exist in any particular direction. That's why speed is also a scalar quantity. Next question. Rate of displacement of body is what? Rate of distance is a speed. Then rate of displacement is what? Is a velocity. So in this third question, correct answer is C. C is the correct answer. Okay, right. And from quiz competition, fourth question, the acceleration is the rate of change in velocity, uniform velocity, displacement. It is a very simple answer. It is the rate of change in velocity. The rate means with respect to time. Here rate is not another question. Rate means it is a time. So the change in velocity with respect to the time. That's why acceleration is defined as the rate of change in velocity, or simply the change in velocity per unit time. The change in velocity per unit time is also called acceleration. Okay. So children's up to this topic we have to completed first topic, that is kinematic introduction. In this kinematic introduction we have to learn linear motion. Already what is linear motion. Linear motion are two types. One is the horizontal motion and a vertical motion. Linear motion nothing but straight line motion. So the equation of motion of a linear motion, there are four equations. Under 4 equation you must be derived and can be practice more and more. So in this today up to this topic we have to completed first, that is the kinematic introduction. Okay, thank you everyone.